Recorded Books presents Twins for the Holidays by Jacquelin Thomas, narrated by Elle Cleviden. Prologue. Oh. Rayne Rothchild moaned softly as she slowly opened her eyes. She felt the subtle stirrings of what would become a throbbing headache. Even her attempt to sit up sent a dulled twinge spiraling through her brain. A muddled memory of the previous night entered her mind. The Carrington luxury cars team and special guests were on hand to celebrate the opening of their new location in Las Vegas. After the other employees had gone, Rayne stayed behind to direct cleaning staff and pack up leftover gift bags. She and Taylor Carrington, the owner of the company, had finished off a bottle of champagne. Rayne was a complete lightweight when it came to alcohol. When the fog cleared from her vision, Rayne's first clue that something was amiss was her surroundings. She wasn't in her own room. She could tell that much as her eyes traveled to the floor-to-ceiling windows, offering a panoramic view of the Vegas Strip and the opulent furnishings. She was in the penthouse suite. Rayne's body stiffened as her gaze strayed to the foot sticking out from under the rumpled sheets. It clearly belonged to a man. She eased her own foot out of the bed, placing it on the floor, then turned slightly. "No," Rayne uttered, biting her lip in dismay while her heart pounded an erratic rhythm. As if on cue, Taylor opened his eyes, and she found herself staring into his intense gray gaze. He seemed just as surprised to see her. He shot upward to a sitting position. What? We clearly had too much to drink," she blurted out while pulling the sheet up to cover herself. Rayne couldn't believe that she ended up in bed with Taylor, her boss. "Rayne, I'm sorry." "Taylor, stop," she said, cutting him off. "You don't need to apologize. You didn't take advantage of me. This is all self-explanatory. We had a lot to drink. One thing led to another." He nodded in agreement. "I wish I knew what to say to you right now. It's not enough to say that I got caught up in the celebration. Taylor's voice was filled with what sounded like regret. She had just noticed something even more alarming. "I think we should be a little more concerned about what happened after the celebration." Blood pounding in her temples, Rayne held up her left hand, displaying a plain gold wedding band. Taylor swallowed hard. "Where'd you get that?" "You're wearing a matching one." He glanced down at his left hand, then looked at her. "We're married?" Rayne retrieved a piece of paper off the nightstand. "According to this document, you're my husband." "I think it's coming back to me," he uttered, placing a hand to his forehead. "We rode around Las Vegas in the hotel limo. I saw a chapel and asked the driver to stop. We got out and went inside." Her breath quickened and her cheeks became warm, burning in remembrance. "I remember," she said quietly. "Taylor, we've made a terrible mistake. I'm perfectly happy just being your executive assistant. I think marriage is great, but I've never considered taking the matrimonial route." Taylor eyed her in surprise. "You've really never dreamed of getting married? I know you've said that before. I just didn't think you really meant it." "Nope, I've never given it any thought. It was the truth." "I guess I figured that most women your age want husbands," Taylor stated. "I'm 28, but I'm not desperate for a man," Rayne responded. "I've been perfectly happy in my singleness, especially after I realized..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?